Hey guys, and welcome back.
And if you're new here, thanks for joining us today.
So we are coming on another campground tour, and it is another dispersed camping area.
That is correct.
So where are we right now?
We're at Holloman. What is it called?
Holloman Lake?
Holloman Lake. Lake Holloman.
Lake
Sorry.
Holloman.
We're at Lake Holloman near the Air Force Base. Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico.
All right. So let's go for a drive around this campground and show you what there is to see and how it is that you can park and get yourself assigned.
Look at the cactus.
I know there's a bunch of those,
Like
but I saw them when we were pulling in.
Cactus bundles. This rocking in any of the reviews that I read. This is considered Air Force Base property. still be a dispersed camping, but it's considered. Well, this would have been a gnarly place to pull the trailer up in backwards. I don't even like it with a truck. Like, how did these people get over there?
I think they probably went through that fence that we thought was probably closed, and it maybe isn't.
This is the end here.
Okay, so go over there. It keeps going over there. You can drive over.
Truck.
My poor truck.
The suspension is not great to do all this. Wave. They nodded.
Wave.
Because the guy was like, I see you. I see you, but you're not seeing me nod. Those people must have known that there's a spot there. Because if you're new here, you don't know that there's a spot all the way over there.
He gets to that one. Do you usually drive
Through here?
Oh, this keeps going that way.
That's a good spot. You want me to keep going?
Yeah, sure. Let's see if it turns us around to go back to the exit. It might loop.
When you end up here, it's because you've been here before. Because there's no way you bring that enormous bus all the way over here not knowing.
Yeah, for sure.
If there's a turnaround or not. You know?
This keeps going. I'm getting a little worried. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting a little worried.
I can turn around right here. Look. Turn off right here.
I don't know. A piece of me wants to keep going. Give me your opinion. A piece of me wants to keep going.
I've been ready to go back forever.
Okay, we can turn around.
No, you sound disappointed.
Yes.
So which one is it, babe?
No, we can turn around. I hope you enjoyed this little drive around this BLM grounds that is close to the Air Force Base. And let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit. Mm-hmm. So what was your first impression coming in here?
It was scary. My first impression was scary. When I made the turn, it looked really, really tight. And if you're coming down the road we came and you make a right turn into the BLM ground, you're sort of it's almost like a U-turn that you're making as you come in, and then the cattle rail is really tight, and you're going up, and it feels like you're going to go up and not just keep going up. It actually just go up a little bit, and then it levels off. Mm-hmm. So when I first made that turn, I was like, am I in the right place, and am I going up some sort of mountain here? Yeah. So it's a little deceiving for the first time as you come in. And it is bumpy.
It is bumpy, very rocky, very hilly. The grounds are somewhat uneven. There's a lot of break off points, so it's confusing, like, should I be driving through there or should I be driving through here? Mm-hmm. But really everything leads together. There's different loops for you to be able to pull in through and then decide whether you're going to park, I guess, closer inland in between the loops or closer along the edge of the water. Mm-hmm. And at first I thought, okay, well, there's a lot of rigs packed together because they were all like almost like at a campground, parked next to each other.
Yeah, back then.
So I was like, this is odd, but I guess they all just wanted the water view and decided to park that way, which was very nice, instead of blocking it long ways. Mm-hmm. And then as you pull more in, then it was more sporadic. Everybody parked long ways, taking up little spots, their own private island. If
you think of like a campground that has loops, these are sort of pre-made loops. Whoever has been here before and before and before sort of has tracked out like places to stay. And so you kind of do that. You kind of drive around and it kind of gives you the sensation like, oh, you see the tire tracks and you see an area that doesn't have any, what would you call this?
I don't know, some weird plants.
So it doesn't have any vegetation. It doesn't have any vegetation. And that's sort of like the vegetation around it sort of gives you the impression that that's a campsite. That's the way I sort of processed it.
Yeah.
But the ground, as you're driving in, it gets better. It sort of gets more flattened out. But as you drive into these loops, I would say be careful. Because there's a lot of, like Angie said, a lot of uneven pavement. Some of it is sandy and it's very packed in. But some of it has some sort of leftover rock formations. So it's very bumpy.
Or even stumps. Where they've cut down the trees and the stump is still somewhat sticking out of the ground.
Yeah, and it's hard to see. So I would say go slow. If there's two of you, before you decide on a campsite area, get out, scope it, look at it. Otherwise, I think if you just go for it, you might, and you haven't been here before, you could end up damaging the bottom of your truck, your car, or even your trailer. Just be very careful, drive very slow, take your time. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the lake. It's called Raptor Lake. Okay. So this is it's Lake Holloman, dispersed camping, public access if you're Googling. But the lake that you see is called Raptor Lake. That lake is toxic. There's no swimming, there's no boating, there's no kayaking, there's no letting your animals in. It has FPAS. FPAS is toxic, but it's in a lot of products that we use. For instance, window cleaner has it, and a bunch of other products. I'm sure you can Google it and figure it out. Aerospace products, fuel, and those other things also have that toxin in it. We're right near the Air Force Base. As a matter of fact, you can see the lights of the Air Force Base at night.
It's so beautiful seeing other lights.
So they're flying, and this is a very active Air Force Base. They do F-16 training, and they do Reaper training in this base.
She's really excited about that.
Yeah, the Reaper training. I was like, wow, that's so cool. I enjoyed it out completely, and Angie was just like, okay. So if you don't like the sound of airplanes, if you don't want to experience a sonic boom, don't come here.
This is not the place for you.
Don't come here. This is something that both of us were excited about.
Yeah.
It's not really constant.
No.
It's not it doesn't shake the RV in any way, you know. But it's an active Air Force base.
And if your fur babies are afraid of thunder, they might be shaking a lot like she is because she's confusing the sound of the planes going by for thunder. So she's spending quite some time being very nervous.
Yeah. And you guys, you know, while we've been recording this, there's been at least, I'd say, between 3 and 5 planes that have gone over us. And you guys have probably not heard a thing. It's very muffled when you're inside. We have all the windows closed because it's freezing. Okay? It's freezing. It's like 45 or something like that.
46.
And it's 12:52 in the afternoon. It's in the 30s at night and in the 40s in daytime. And we had
we had one day that the winds were like 40-mile-an-hour gusts, but with like 20-mile-an-hour consistent. It was crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was. So those are the caveats to being here. All right. The view of the lake is phenomenal. The sunsets are out of this world. You know, people are friendly. But if you are afraid of the lake being toxic, and it does tell you at the entrance of the campground, if you don't like the sound of airplanes, they didn't disturb us at night.
No.
Then maybe this is not the place to come.
So our review, eats. How far away are the conveniences to do groceries or eating out?
Right. So we're about 15 minutes from city center. And we're in the Alamogordo. We'll put you in the Alamogordo city center. And there's everything. Walmart, fast food, auto parts, pizza, gas, Dollar Tree, everything is there.
So 15 minutes isn't bad.
No.
Pretty convenient.
Easy drive also. Super easy drive.
Yeah, because it's a main road. Once you get out of this area where the RVs are, then the road is very smooth and
very easy.
Is it 75 miles an hour out there?
Yeah, it's 75, and then once you get into the city, it goes all the way down to 35.
Okay.
But it's a very easy drive. As a matter of fact, there's no turns. You come out of the campground, you make a left turn, and you just keep going. You pass the Air Force Base, and it starts to populate, and then there's a smaller, sort of like a pre-city, and then all of a sudden, everything is there. So extremely convenient.
Awesome.
To get everything you need from here.
Sleep. I would say it has been very quiet because the space is so vast. Except for the beginning where they're all crammed in together. I don't get why. There's like nobody is on top of each other once you pass that front entrance. Yeah. Everybody is far away. You don't hear anyone. You're in your own little world.
There's been no generator sound.
No generators.
None whatsoever.
No screaming children. No barking dogs. Yeah. The planes I haven't
except
heard
our
them
barking
at
dog. There's been this barking dog. I'm sorry, everyone around us. It's a barking dog.
So sleep has been great. Sleep absolutely has been great. It's not level, but you know, you work with that. You do your own little leveling jacks and you fight with the stairs every so often. But hey,
the stairs and I, we broke up. We broke up.
She wants to change them out.
You're gonna see very soon. Angie's gonna be doing a video of me like throwing the stairs out in the air somewhere, and you're gonna just have to jump out of the rig.
Oh my god!
Those stairs are like the vein of my existence. They really are.
Sleep is good. RV, there's obviously no conveniences here. There's no dumpsters. No. There's no toilets. Mm-hmm. There's no fire pits or anything of that sort. What you have here are the views. Mm-hmm. You have the mountains. You have the lake.
You have the views, and you're also 3 miles away from White Sands National Park.
So yeah, I was starting with where our immediate camping area, the spectacular pink sunsets, but then conveniences or RV amenities outside of here. Yeah, you have the White Sands National Park, which is beautiful and fun.
It's 5 minutes away. You're gonna get in your car or your truck, your vehicle. How about that? You're gonna get in your vehicle. You're gonna drive out. It's gonna take you longer to drive out of here
than it was.
Well, I guess depending on where you are. We're kind of sort of in the middle, right?
Yeah, we're in the middle.
And you're gonna make a right turn, and by the time you get comfortable in your car, you're gonna be at White Sands. It's super close.
Yeah. So the White Sands, obviously gift shop, a little movie room that talks about it, and then the drive, again, same as with Carlsbad, the drive from the entrance all the way to the end of the dunes. Amazing drive. So beautiful. Now that one you do have to pay before you start the drive, because there is a little gatehouse right past the gift shop where that's where you show your pass or pay, for that entrance. Views are spectacular. There's hiking trails in there. And then you can also purchase little sleds to slide down the dunes. So stay tuned for a video on us visiting White Sands.
I don't want to beat this to the pulp, but again, the hotels here are going to be the other way. So you're going to travel longer if you get a hotel in the city center to be able to come to White Sands. Because in this general area, there are no facilities like that. You have to go all the way into Alamo, which is about 12 miles. So if you stay at a hotel over there, those are more pricey. They start around $90 a night. And then you'd have to drive in to White Sands. Same analogy. You spend the $80 for the 1 year pass. See, now we've already gone to Carlsbad.
We have done the Grand Canyon.
No, not on this.
This trip. This trip, Carlsbad and White Sands.
So had we paid for those entrances, we were already come close or exceeded the $80 for the year. So again, we highly recommend that you buy that park pass. And if you stay here, you're 3 miles away.
Yeah. And you can stay here 14 nights.
14 nights, that's correct.
Yeah. So RV, phenomenal, excellent. I'm happy with this. Repeat. I will come back.
100%. Sign me up.
Totally come back. Absolutely.
Sign me up. I'm in.
And I'm good with staying a longer time too. We're only here 5 nights. But I would totally stay here much longer and go to the dunes more than just once.
Absolutely.
Assuming that the winds aren't crazy, because we were planning on going on Sunday, and that's when it was like the 45-mile-an-hour gust. It's like, okay, we would have gotten like
I kept looking at the. If you guys have been to New Mexico, you guys know that the winds in New Mexico are notorious. So I was checking constantly Windy, which is the app that I use.
I hope that you guys take advantage of this area and enjoy the views that we're enjoying.
Oh, but wait.
Yes.
Did I have a backup?
Did you have a backup?
I did. Dog Canyon dispersed. So Dog Canyon is a state park here also. And you can stay at Dog Canyon at one of their campsites as well. But they also have a dispersed area. So not only is it a state campground with all the facilities that you would expect and all the amenities that you would expect in a state park, but it also has an area that's dispersed camping.
Okay.
So it was going to be here or Dog Canyon. But Angie wanted to hear the sonic boom.
I wanted to experience the planes and the sonic boom, and I knew that wouldn't be good for Lexi, but I'm like, we have to experience it at least once. We have to.
We're going to experience it more than once because we both like it.
Yeah, we both liked it. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, she's shaking a little bit, but we try to comfort her, put on her thunder jacket when necessary, and it hasn't been continuous. No. I think if it were continuous or if it sound or shake the RV terribly while we were in here, then maybe we wouldn't come back because I wouldn't want to put her through that.
Yeah.
Or even interrupt me working on the phone. But it hasn't been.
But not crazy. Even with the window opened. Right now our windows are closed because it's freezing. But even with the window open, it's not that bad. And she's shaking mainly because it was raining a little while ago.
Yeah.
And that the rain always makes her nervous.
Yeah.
So outside of the raining, I think she's fine. I don't think she's really like that concerned about it. But we would definitely come back. I'm all in.
I hope you enjoyed the tour of this Holloman Lake public access dispersed camping. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. And I'd love to hear your comments on where have you stayed here in New Mexico. Since it's one of our favorite states, we definitely want to spend more time here on our way back to Florida.
100%.
So let me know. Tell me your recommendations down below. Tell me where we need to stay when we come through here again.
If you have any dispersed camping areas that you've stayed at near Albuquerque,
it's our favorite city.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a video. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.